welcome back to my channel. I'm Charnel, and Char Reads Things, and I'm back. I know it's been a while. Y'all know life be life in, and every time I try to pick up the camera, it was just a lot. But anyway, so I'm gonna be doing my September reading wrap up. So all the books that I read in the month of September. It is October 10th. So I know I'm a little late. I usually do it really at the beginning of the month, but like I said, it's just been busy. I don't know. Anyways, don't kill me. Yeah, so all the books that I read in the month of September. I think I read 10 books. I think y'all know that's usually my sweet spot. And they were a mix of physical books that I owned. I didn't read any of my library books last month. I just returned the books. I was like, it's all right. If I wanted, I could like check them out again. You know what I mean? And the rest were on my Kindle. Y'all, my Kindle had me trapped in the month of September. All right, my bad, y'all. I had to get my iPad so I could pull up my Goodreads so I could tell y'all my ratings. Okay, so I read 3 physical books and the rest were on my Kindle. I'm just gonna start with the books that I read the earliest in the month. All right, so the first one I read, I'm gonna put it somewhere right here, is Skin of the Sea. Actually, I read that on audiobook. That I remember. I told you on Kindle, but it was audiobook. So I read that on audiobook on Spotify. I rated that 3 stars. It was it's a fantasy. This book came highly rated to me by some other bookish girlies, but I thought I was gonna like it because it's like 2 things that I love, or like especially that I recently, like this year, discovered that I love, is historical fantasy. So basically the main character is she's a mermaid during the transatlantic slavery time period. So like I think I think it's even before 1600, 1619. Yeah, so she's a mermaid. So this is not a spoiler, but she was thrown overboard, during the transatlantic slavery time period by the slave masters on her way from the African shoreline to, I'm assuming, North America, or, somewhere over on this hemisphere. So in the Atlantic Ocean. So during that time, I mean, it's historical fantasy. I don't know if I can say during that time, but like it's like realism too, because obviously the transatlantic slave time. So anyways, so during that time she was if you guys know the African lore, I think it's West African lore of Mami Wata. So she is like a demigod, I believe, in this context of Skin of the Sea. And there's people or girls who get thrown over, like she turns them into mermaids. So yeah, so that's where the background of the story is. And Simi, she is a heavy believer in the gods of Mami Wata and like all the other gods. Yeah, so she gets turned into a mermaid, which is essentially another, like a demigod, like Mami Wata. And she's tasked with, when people get thrown overboard, like enslaved Africans get thrown overboard, she is to like protect their soul so they can move on to the next phase, of life with afterlife and things like that. So I enjoyed that part, the historical part, but there was just something falling short for me. So I gave it 3 stars. It was just something falling short for me that I just wasn't connecting. like I did love listening, like reading about you know, all the gods and Mami Wata. I think it was the love interest. I think that's what it was. I don't think I cared about the love interest, but even his story was like important. But like, you know, there's always gonna have to be a love interest. But like, I don't think it was needed here. And I think that's what was there. So I think that's what was throwing me for Skin of the Sea. But my rating was 3. I know a lot of people love this, and it's a 5-star series for them. I don't even know if I'm going to continue with the series. But I enjoyed it for what it was. So the second one I read, which was on Kindle, is What a Match by Mimi Grace. And it's the second in the, I'll put a picture up because it's on Kindle. It's the second in the Love Struck series. I think I told y'all in from my August wrap up that the last book I read in August was Make a Scene. If not, because I don't remember, because I was saying I finished on August 31st, and knowing me, I probably didn't include it in my August wrap up because I probably thought I was going to go into September. So that Make a Scene was the first one, and I finished What a Match. Y'all, I gave this one 3 stars. I gave What a Match 3 stars. I liked Make a Scene more. I don't know. Like, I don't remember why I gave it 3 stars. But I do remember I loved Make a Scene much more. What a Match was Grumpy Sunshine. It was Forced Proximity. And the love interest is her brother's best friend. Why did I give it 3 stars? I don't know. But it was good. I don't remember it. I don't hate it. I really liked it. Like, I still think about the story. Like, there's a lot of funny moments. And it's a good palate cleanser, I would say. It's a good love story. It was okay. It was mid. There you go. I read was Unconditional by Shon, Shon. I loved this book, y'all. I gave it 4 stars. I probably should have gave it 4.5, but I gave it 4 stars. And it was so cute. I'm gonna leave the cover here so y'all can see it. And it was on Kindle Unlimited track. Unconditional by Shon. So I gave it 4 stars. This one was it was just a good love story. It was just a good love story. I think in September, I was like beginning of September, I was in a romance mood. Oh, it's a second chance. That's why. Because y'all know I love second chance romance. I don't know why. Because in real life, I don't really think I would give second chance. I don't give second chances like that in real life. I don't know, in love stories, I just love them. But yeah, so they were basically, they were in a situationship. The 2 main characters were in a situationship like a couple years prior, and they somehow, I can't remember, but somehow they get in touch again. I think, because he moves back to the area. That's what it is. So he moves back to the area, like Florida, I think this is set in, and they connect again, obviously, because he's back in the area. And it goes from there, and it's really cute. I think it is very realistic. It's very realistic because I'm like, I feel like I've gone through this, or maybe even friends I know have gone through this. So it was very realistic. It feel like you're reading like one of your homegirls love story. So super cute. Yeah. And then the next one I read. Y'all, I don't know if y'all are gonna be shocked because I don't think I've ever read this genre. So this was a paranormal romance. So this is Taming Cain by Tessa Stone. I'll leave the picture up here. And this was on my Kindle from Kindle Unlimited, and I gave it 4 stars. Y'all, he is what is the term? What I want to say, Wolverine. Wolf. Oh my gosh. What? Wolverine. Oh my god, this is not X-Men. Anyways, so it's Fated Mates, paranormal. It says African American paranormal romance. So the main character, she is a human, and then the main male character, he is his name is Kane. He is 1,000-year-old wolf, wolf shifter. There you go, because he can turn into humans. So y'all know, like, it's basically Twilight. Like the guy, I don't know, Jacob? Is it Jacob? Okay, maybe. How he was a wolf, but he was shifted into human. Yeah. Anyways, so it's basically that with Black people, and it was really good. It's a good romance, like besides the paranormal stuff. It's really good romance. It was like Fated Mates, so it was like really cute. Like I love you. Yeah, I recommend it. Like I said, I gave it 4 stars. Skin and Bones by Renee Watson. And I told you guys this was on my, I talked about this in my, sorry, my allergies. I talked about this in my fall, TBR Jar chooses my fall reads. And this was already on my fall TBR anyways. And I just got in the mood to read this after I read Tammy Kane. I needed something like, hearty, something with depth. And I mean, not that those don't have it, but you know what I mean. I need my literary fiction. Y'all know at my core, I'm a literary fiction girly. So I had to pick this one up. I've already read the synopsis for y'all before. I gave this 4.5 out of 5 stars. And this was good. I think I even did I write a review? Because sometimes I don't write reviews on Goodreads for every single book I read, unless it just calls for me to do it. Like, when I just feel like it, basically. What did I say? A strong 4.5 stars. Wow, this was a beautifully told story through poems. Renee Watson has a new fan in me. Yeah, so I know she has other books. This is the first book I read from her. And like I said, like, I love stories told in poems. Like The Poet X and Clap When You Land. That's the same author too. But yeah, so this was like right up my alley. This was a really good book. The main character, I loved like just her. It's like basically the impact of how you move in your body through the world and how it can impact you and then how it impacts people around you. Even if it shouldn't be impacting them because you're a human being. It doesn't matter how big you are. I don't care. It shouldn't bother people. And then like she was raised the character in the book, she was raised to be very like self-confident and things like that. But even like in her 30s, like even though she has that core, like she's confident, she's healthy, but people still perceive, that's the thing, you still get perceived in a way that's like, it still negatively impacts you, no matter how good, like her mom raised her to be. Oh my God, I loved her parents. I loved them. Her entire family, actually, they just treated her like a human being. And even in her 30s, and she has her own daughter, how it still impacts her. I think this is a powerful book that I think everybody needs to read this. Yeah, I loved it. I actually probably should have given it 4 stars, but 5 stars, but I don't think I want to reread it. So I just gave it a strong 4.5 stars. So Skin and Bones, I finally read it, y'all. Okay. What did I read next? So on Kindle, I read Take Me Away by Cami Holt. I gave this 4 stars. I don't even remember what it's about. Okay, so the 2 main characters meet when they're like in college. And no, when she's in college and he's the same age, but he's not at the same college. Anyways, she saves him, like she makes him stay with her to like get out of a snowstorm. And they're both down bad, even though she's in college and she has her student dorm room, but they're both down bad in terms of she has family problems, like a lot of family problems, and then he does too. But he's like really down bad. And they just connect as young adults, and then you know, they go to separate ways, and then it's second chance romance, because like now they're like older, successful, and now like how are they going to pick back up where they left off. I think it was really good. It's a good, like, just a little romance. The next book I read was also on Kindle, but this was a library book from Libby. So thriller. It's called All Her Little Secrets by Wanda M. Morris. So this one has been like actually all her books have been like trending on Bookstagram, BookTube, and it was available on from my library on Libby, so I downloaded it. So this one is let's see, it's like, yeah, it's a thriller. So it's a thriller about so the main character, she's a lawyer, she's like an in-house lawyer at just a corporate firm, or just a corporate company, and it's like shady stuff going on. She has like secrets from her childhood and young adulthood that all of a sudden starts to impact her career, and shady stuff is going on in the company she works for. So it's like I don't want to give anything away, because it's like an edge of your seat type of thriller mystery that you're like, okay, what's going on? Like, how do they know that? Da, da, da. Like, it was like, it's really good, and it's by it's a black characters based on, and it's by a black author. So I definitely want to read more of her books, because there's like a couple other ones that she has. But this one is All Her Little Secrets, and I think it was really good. It was a good thriller. And I gave it 4 stars. So y'all, the next one that I read Immortal Dark. I have a reading vlog of this book, but it's unfinished because that's when I got sick. It was like, or I just started not feeling well. I don't think I wasn't like contagious. I just started not feeling well. And I never finished that reading vlog, but I still want to do something with that footage. So y'all will see me reading that book anyway. Anyways, I'm going to give you all everything about this book. So I actually gave it 6 stars. 6 out of 5, if that exists. I don't care. So this is by she said her name. It's like Tigis Germa. And it's Immortal Dark. So this is a dark academia fantasy with black vampires. Not even just black. Ethiopian vampires and main characters. The Ethiopian, like, have you guys ever, maybe, I don't know if I'm under a rock, but I don't think I've ever read anything like a fiction about like just Ethiopian or just Ethiopian characters. So like yay, like I grew up with a lot of Ethiopian friends, so like they have a special, Ethiopian and Eritrean just have a special place in my heart that like I just love them and their culture, and representation matters. So y'all, let me tell you the story. When did I read this? It says that September 15th through the 23rd. I think this came out on the 14th, you guys. It came out on September 14th. And only reason why I knew about it, I heard nothing about this. I didn't know anything about this existence of this book or the author. I was on TikTok. Sometimes I do like the read with me TikTok lives. Like I'll read with, it's like, what is it, parallel reading, whatever. And one of the girls on the live, she was reading this. I think she had an advanced reader copy. And she was into it, and she was just like, you guys, like, you know, she was just bigging it up. And then she said, yeah, it's black vampires the author. She was talking about the author and stuff. So let me go on Amazon and see what she's talking about. And I saw it was like $14-15 on Amazon. Immediately ordered, and I got it on the 15th. I got it the next day or 2 days later, and I started reading it on the 15th. And I couldn't put it down. And just look how pretty it is. I don't know if this is backwards for y'all, but it says no soul can enter without an invitation. And that saying is very important to this book. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, so this is how, I don't want to give anything away. So basically, so the main character is a human young girl. I think she's like probably 17. Yeah, it's also like YA-ish. YA dark academia fantasy. So she's like a young girl, her sister goes missing, and someone tells her, oh, the powerful vampire Siseños has her or killed her or something like that. Something about like it's his fault. Like he did it. So yeah, so that's where it kicks off. So she finds a way to get into, this is not spoilers, this is a part of the synopsis. She finds a way to get into the university. It's called Uxley University, where the vampires who are under this order, whatever, that's where they stay. Is under the protection of the Uxley University. So she finds a way to get in, but it's not really like she's infiltrating it, because she has a birthright to it. It's a whole convoluted story. It's in here. You need to read this. Like, this was just like, I'm shocked I like it, because I think I've told y'all I don't like dark academia. I've tried, I've DNF'd, I've gotten away with those books. So yeah, and it's and YA. Y'all know what, like, YA annoys me, but I enjoyed it. Like, she is annoying. The main character, she is annoying. She's a teenager. Okay, she's gonna annoy you. So, but I think, I don't know why I was just sympathizing with her. And it was just kind of, I wasn't taking it too serious. So like when she did stupid stuff, I kind of just laughed. She did stupid stuff. Where it's just like, girl, chill out. But I just laughed. And the main male character, the vampire Siseños, he kind of makes up for it. Even him, where he's just like, dude, just, you know, like he would. Let me stop. Because I don't want to give it away. But yeah, you would like. I think people will like him too. Like, and his story, because he's an ancient vampire. His background, his story, is like, wow, and the things that he does, it's like, wow, he's a good person. But yeah, I highly recommend Immortal Dark. Like I said, I gave it 6 stars. It doesn't exist, but I don't care. I know a lot of people have iffy reviews on this, but if you like my reviews, I'm telling you, read Immortal Dark. Okay. So what did I read? The Return of Ellie Black. This is also a Libby loan from the library. So I read it on my Kindle. I gave it 3 stars. I should have DNF'd this one. I didn't like it. I probably should have gave it 2 stars. It's crazy because it had me hooked in the beginning, but then somewhere, I don't know if my mood changed or what, but I was hooked in the beginning, and then towards the middle and end, I was just like, I just want to get it over with. So I probably should have DNF'd it, or skipped through, I don't know, but I was just over it. I didn't care anymore. And yeah, the ending was satisfying, but I was just over it. It was like, it's one of those, it was a thriller, you know, one of those thrillers that are about like missing girl who comes back, um, and you find you. It's like basically taking you through like this is part of the synopsis. It's basically taking you through like what happened, like how did she go missing, um, you know, and things like that. So it was okay. I gave it three stars. I didn't want to spend too much time with it. The next one also is a physical book. Another one that I just didn't really care for, called Wishful Thinking by Celestine Martin. This was a sort of a paranormal romance. Not even paranormal because they both are. I don't know. It's a romance. I don't want to say. I don't think. I think paranormal is one of them is human, but they're both. Well, I guess it is paranormal. Sorry, y'all, because she is human, but she's a witch, and then he is like a mermaid shifter ish. But it's like it's written. It's not written like Taming Kane, like like Taming Kane is basically an urban. Y'all know urban fiction, yada yada. But this one, Wishful Thinking, is basic. It's like a cutesy. It's written like cutesy, like the X Hex, like that type of book. So it's like a cutesy like magical book. So I gave this three stars. And it was just boring. I'm sorry. It was boring. It was. I didn't believe them. I didn't believe the love story. Like they would like. It was very weird because it's like they knew they liked each other, and we get dual POV because y'all know I ranted about what's that book? I forget because it doesn't even matter. I ranted about that one book a couple months ago that it was one POV, like, and I didn't think the guy liked her. Anyways, this is dual POV, but I still was just like, okay, so y'all know y'all like each other, so what are we doing? And I was just confused, and I don't know. I didn't like it. And a lot of reviews were like, oh my god, like 5 stars, this is so cute. So I don't know, maybe it was just me. Maybe I wasn't in the mood for it. I don't know. But yeah. And the last book I read, y'all, I keep saying I'm gonna have short videos, but this mess is over 30 minutes now. Okay. Okay, so last book I read is A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. This is a thriller, and it was on Kindle Unlimited. So if you have Kindle Unlimited, it's on there. I'll put a picture up somewhere, and I gave this 5 stars. This was good. So this is also, it was just, I think it was, maybe it was the pacing, like it just jumped right in. About missing girls, kind of similar to the other one I was mentioning. And so girls go missing when the main character is a child. Girls were going missing, and then we get the time jump. Like we just jump right into when she's an adult, and the pattern is happening again. Girls are going missing in her area, and does it say it on here? Okay, so when she was a child, her father confessed to being the one to unaliving these girls, like teenage girls. So she's lived with like that shame and things like that. And by the time she's adult, where we jump into the story, she is an adult. She's a psychologist. But so she's an adult living like an hour or so away from her hometown of where the things were happening with her dad. But now in her town, as an adult, it's happening again. Like the way that the girls go missing and then they're found, and things of that nature. So this is all on the synopsis. I'm not spoiling anything. So yeah, it's a very like action packed, like it's like a thriller that it gets you on the first page. Like if you like Freida McFadden, Lucinda Berry, Mary Kubica, those types of thrillers, you would like this. So I highly recommend it. I gave it 5 stars, and y'all know I don't give thrillers 5 stars. This is like my second 5-star thriller, besides Listen for the Lie that I read over the summer. Give that one 5 stars too. But yeah. So those are all the books that I read in the month of September. Thank y'all so much for watching my video. Make sure you're liking and subscribing, and comment below a brown heart if you made it to this part of the video. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Thank y'all.